Hey everybody, it's Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk about, well, what I've been thinking about is overexposure. And I'm thinking about, we are people these days, we are overexposed to a lot of things, including things like, social media, what's going on in the world with other people. But we're also overexposed to narcissists. Serious people with narcissistic behaviors, some of various ones, whatever. I don't know anybody who's been diagnosed, but yeah, I really do think we're overexposed to them. And I was also along this line thinking of, like caregiver burnout. I think you can get, I do, get burnout from dealing with them. A lot of people, they work with somebody who is abusive in whatever way. Maybe they're narcissistic, maybe they're not. I still think a lot of abuse is narcissism. So I don't really think of any other thing. Some kind of cluster B personality disordered person who's truly abusive, and we have to deal with them. And in some senses, that dealing with them, it's like you're practically being a caregiver to them, And I was also thinking about all this all around the same time is, how they act to get out of doing things. Like you might work with someone, we used to call them slackers, just plain simple slackers. But some of them, they would play dumb, like they're not the brightest bulb in the chandelier, in order to not have to do things. It's manipulation. Slackers, they get out of it. So you wind up having to do more. And that can be at work, that could be at home, that could be anywhere, And you just wind up getting burnout from dealing with all that kind of stuff. And you're practically taking care of them. And just dealing with what game and what problem and what are they going to do this time, in this moment, today, tomorrow, whenever. You see what I'm saying? Okay, now seriously now, so much of it is just burnout from dealing with the BS. And it's also, you turn on the news, you're going to see, if you turn on the news, you're going to see narcissism somewhere or hear about it, And where do you not these days? I think many of us probably hear the news at least maybe once a day, maybe not, maybe 5 days a week, maybe not, but you hear something. It's just burnout from hearing so much about what these kind of people do. And now I make videos on narcissism, so yeah, I find myself not being able to watch people who do videos on narcissism too much. No, everybody, people have different perspectives. They're not always the same. But yeah, too much of it can be, yeah, especially since I had been dealing with it for like the past 5 months. Yeah, no thank you. Okay, but anyway, this whole thing reminds me of a video. I didn't put the total ending to that video about this woman named Shay. It's about karma bites. I think this the thumbnail says karma bites. And Shay was, just a little bit of it is that Shay was this woman that worked for a company I had worked for, but I quit. But she was just she was one of the managers, and she was just awful person, very abusive, treated the staff like underlings, like, they're pieces of crap, they're peasants, this kind of thing. And would say stuff right in front of people, right in front of them. She tried it with me. As somebody told me, you said it in stone, you're not going to take that crap. And I won't. But she was awful. Well, the end of it that I didn't, karma does bite them back at times. And they basically had to go through a lot of, somebody sued them, and they had to go through a lot of lawyers, hiring lawyers, all kinds of work for years. Now, the ending I didn't put up was that Shay herself, at some point, they couldn't fire her during all of this because it would make them look like they're admitting guilt if they fired her, that she was wrong. Okay, she was wrong, but they didn't want to do that. But when it all was over with, Shay had somehow gotten an offer for a better job. That kind of sounded suspicious, doesn't it? But she decided to take it, and apparently the people there couldn't deal with her, so she wanted to go back to that company, the original one, and they wouldn't let her. So karma bit her twice, you know? So yeah. Okay. Okay, well, anyway, what I was thinking about was how it was for those people that were working there, dealing with her, wondering, you know, every day, coming in, being just totally, yeah, you know, and never knowing each day what was Shay going to do or say or be, you know, how was she going to be rude to people, what was she going to do, you know, day in, day out at your job, you know. Some of people, they sit at their home day in, day out too. So we shouldn't have to deal with it at all, really. But we don't live in a perfect world. I think it's actually getting worse and worse. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this video up, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, if you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click on the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.